Hello everyone for OneWrestling.com. This is Bill Apter and welcome down to Apter's Alley. You are at the Apter Chat. And as you know, I've had pro wrestlers down here. I've had sports entertainers down here at Apter's Alley. I've had a king. I've had entertainers like Darius Rucker on the road. However, this is the first time I never, ever had a rock star here on the Apter Chat down here at Apter's Alley. Rockstar Spud, one of the stars of TNA IMPACT. Welcome to the Apter Chat.
Bill, good to see you.
Yeah, it's good to see you too. Now, you know, I was looking back at some of the history of you and I actually together, because when I met you in New York when TNA IMPACT was there at the Hammerstein Ballroom, we got to talk for a little while, and then when I was driving home, I said, "Wait a minute! I met that guy years ago in England at a Frontier show that was promoted by Alex Shane way back when."
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
That was in Coventry Sky Dome, 4, I believe.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's when Mick Foley was there, and Greg Lambert and Alex Shane jumped me in the ring.
Yes, they did.
Yeah.
And good old Mick Foley saved the day.
He did. I had never had to be rescued before. So you're now the current, as of this taping, which is taking place on June 2nd, 2015, for you people who might be watching this 5 years down the line. You're the current X Division champion at Impact Wrestling.
I am indeed. I've just successfully won back for the second time the X Division Championship on our television show last Friday. We're now moving to Wednesdays, though, Bill.
I know that. I want to talk to you about that. So, yes, I know that you're TNA IMPACT is moving on Destination American from Fridays to Wednesdays, and you have a very important decision to make, and I've got some of the details about it right here, but why don't you tell everybody?
Well, I have the X Division Championship for the second time, as you saw last week, and now I have, bestowed upon me the option C, which is I could give up the X Division Championship for a World Heavyweight Championship title shot against the current World Heavyweight Champion Kurt Angle. Only Kurt Angle, only the greatest of all time, only the former Olympic gold medalist and former 13-time world champion. No big deal. It's one of the biggest decisions I'll ever make in my life, and there's so much history and so much lineage with the X Division Championship, with the amazing wrestlers that held it, like Joe, Daniels, Kazarian, AJ Styles, the Amazing Red, Jerry Lynn. All these great guys made the fans believe in TNA and believe in the X Division. And I just wanted to remind everyone that the X Division Championship still means that to me, and it still means that to the fans. But, I've got my goals as a professional, and I didn't get in this business to just be the X Division champion. I want to be the World Heavyweight champion.
Well, okay, now you just said something. You just said the World Heavyweight champion, okay? So, and I know, again, how much the X Division title means to you. However, the World Heavyweight champion, what are your stats? You're about 5'5"?
5'4" inches tall, 148 pounds, sir.
And what are we looking at on the other side of the ring? If you go against Kurt Angle, what are we looking at, height and weight?
230 pounds of cyborg, legend, probably the most decorated human being that's ever stepped in a pro wrestling ring. He's the best.
But you have no trepidation being so much smaller than he about getting into the ring and wrestling against him?
I've never shied away from what I look like and who I am, and I won't, whether that's Kurt Angle, whether that's the Monster Abyss, whether that's the Great Khali. I'll never shy away from the fact that I am who I am, and I'm not going to change that. I'm not going to change for anybody, because this is who Rockstar Spud is. Yes, I know who Kurt Angle is, but maybe Kurt Angle doesn't know as much about me as he thinks, because I was one of the guys that always got told, no, you can't do it. No, you can't do it. But I did it. And who's to say I can't win the World Heavyweight Championship, Kurt? On any one given night, I'm an underdog, which means it can happen. If this is my 1 in a million shot, there are 999,999 other times where I'm not going to win. But what if Wednesday not? What if Wednesday night and I cash in the option C and say yes? What if that night is the night? You just never know, and that's the beauty of pro wrestling, and that's the beauty of being an underdog, because I don't always win, but when I do, oh boy, it means something.
Yeah, well, sometimes they say, it's an old adage, that sometimes a good little man can beat a good big man.
I agree. The bigger they are, the harder they fall. But sadly, that also means the littler they are, the further you can throw them. So we're in a catch-22 either way.
I probably shouldn't ask you this, but I'm going to anyway. Have you seen any cracks in the foundation of Kurt Angle that makes you think that this is your time? Or is it just that you're better than you ever were?
I haven't seen a crack in Kurt Angle since the... I mean, you can talk about, the history of Kurt Angle's, neck injuries that he's had with his knees, everything like that, because he worked so damn hard, and he's such a professional and such an amazing athlete. But there's still no cracks. He comes back better every time, and he's just an amazing human being, an amazing, champion, and an amazing frontman for Impact Wrestling as a company.
Okay. So you're ready for him.
I feel I'm at the best I've ever been. I'm at the best opportunity I've ever been, and I'm going in this giving it 100%. I don't take this decision lightly. I'm going into the ring to make my decision, and whatever decision I make, I know it's going to be the best one for me, because I've worked hard to get to this position.
All right, guarantee us that you'll be back here on the After Chat after whatever happens, because.
I'll let you know how it all went. Don't worry. You can see it. You can see whatever my decision will be Wednesday on Impact Wrestling this week on Destination America. So I'll be back to let you know how that worked out.
All right. Now, a few people again who are watching this, June 3rd is the kickoff date of Wednesdays, Wrestle Wednesdays on. I kind of put that little tag on it here. They're on Destination America, and if you're watching this afterwards, that was the kickoff date, and TNA will be regularly on Wednesdays from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we don't want to have to go and figure out what it's going to be in Central Time and all that. You people can do that work. So let's talk about your some of the past with you. Your feud with EC3. Done or never?
I don't think it'll ever be over, do you? It's we had such a great friendship, and then such a bitter breakup.
Yeah.
It's I don't think it'll ever be over. I mean, look at the position. It seems that for some reason our paths seem to cross in every situation, and right now I have the option C, and he's going around claiming he's the #1 contender to the World Heavyweight Championship. Don't know if he realizes that, but first in line, whatever decision made is me. So our paths are crossing again. Is he the rightful #1 contender in his eyes and on the Impact Top 5? Yes. But this is the position I've got myself in. Someone like me, someone that wouldn't always have this opportunity, has option C. And I don't know, whether we can ever rekindle our friendship, whether we can ever be best of friends again, who knows? But right now, I don't know if people love to see us together or whether they love to see us apart.
Yeah. It's an interesting dynamic between the two of you, because it's almost like there are times you just love each other yet you hate each other. So it's amazing. Would you make this decision? This is kind of a loaded question, just to spite him?
I don't know.
Is it a little part of this, maybe?
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe just to show him, because he said to me I was nothing. He said to me I wasn't, worth anything, and I was a loser. I think I shown him in Wembley Arena that I wasn't.
Yeah.
And that needed the whole world needed to see that I wasn't just this little pipsqueak side part to his campaign. I wasn't that. I'm Rockstar Spud. I'm my own individual. I'm my own man. So maybe I need to show him that I'm my own man and the world heavyweight champion. Who knows? Who knows?
All right. Well, we will look forward to your decision. I want to talk more about the rest of that card. When you were growing up, being on the smaller side, of course, and you watched pro wrestling, of course, before you got into the business, who was your inspiration?
I was a big fan of the Dudley Boys, and I really related to Spike because he had big.
You look like him, yeah.
And I always wanted to be in the Dudley Boys. I wanted to be like there was Bubba and Devon and Spike, and I wanted to be Spud. And
wow.
It was,
Spud Dudley, I love it.
Yeah.
I love it. Rockstar Spud Dudley. It's got a ring to it. Let's go down some of the other matches that are taking place on the card. Again, premiering June 3rd on Destination America, 9 p.m. Eastern Time. We're going to have I've got my press release here. It'll be the Wolves and the Dirty Heels in the third meeting of the Best of Five, Best of Five series. And I love these kind of series.
Oh, my God.
And both teams are at like the peak of what they can do. They're so great.
They're so good. Four of the best professional wrestlers in the world. The Wolves are 2-0 up now. If they win this one, they're straight flush tag team champions. But Austin Aries and Bobby Roode are called the Dirty Heels for a reason. So who knows if they're going to end up having to go that route in order to get a victory against the Wolves. Because I honestly believe the Wolves are the most, compact, amazing tag team in the world. And but those matches that these guys have been having, they're only getting better and better.
Oh, they're fantastic. They're fantastic. They try to every match they have, they try and outdo themselves the next time.
It's tag team wrestling as it should be. It's guys using their partners, tagging in and out, using the tag rope, and the referee giving them 5 seconds to get the hell out of the ring. It's pure tag team wrestling.
Yeah.
It's beautiful to watch.
All right. Also, the Dollhouse continues to ride roughshod, it says on the press release, over the knockouts when Jade takes on Brooke.
Yeah. I call them the Doghouse because they're not very nice. They're very mean-spirited young ladies. But the Doghouse. Everyone in the knockouts division's in the Doghouse, it seems, because the girls are going after them. The girls are they're wanting to rule the roost on the knockouts division. So, good luck, Brooke. I hope she puts Jade in a. Is it Jade or Martha?
Yes, Jade.
Jade. I hope she puts her in a place, but they all wear snazzy colours. You never know. You never know.
All right.
Yeah. Brooke wears just as much as her.
The BDC is going to take on the Rising.
No, I've dealt with the BDC, and they've kicked me from tail to post. They're just horrible, horrible men. Bitter, angry, nasty men. And the Rising is standing up for pro wrestling. Hashtag stand up. And Drew Galloway's fronting that.
Oh,
They're just fighting against the BDC to just step aside and let us love pro wrestling. Let pro wrestling be what it wants to be, and let the fans have what they want. Stop taking it away from them. So, good luck to them. I really am behind the Rising all the way in that.
All right, and finally, Eric Young takes on the man who used to be known as Bobby Lashley, and now he's just Lashley, of course. Two of the toughest competitors in all of pro wrestling.
Bobby Lashley, let's call him, speaks for himself. He's a monster, former world heavyweight champion, and just mixed martial arts beast.
Yes.
He's an attraction wherever he goes. But Eric Young, this year, since turning on his best friend Bobby Roode, has just been a different animal. He's headbutting windows. He's fighting in the parking area. He's insane.
He's out of control. He really
he
is.
took the guy's leg off.
Yeah.
He ripped an American war veteran's leg off and choked an Olympic gold medalist with it. He's bloody mental. Absolutely mental.
Really? Really?
He's a danger to himself as well as the Impact Wrestling roster. So, how that match goes, who knows?
If you were still the chief of staff, would you toss him out of there?
Well, I'd try. Probably wouldn't work. It never did seem to work for me when I was the chief of staff, did it? It was, I was a bit of an idiot. Blind loyalty, I'd call it. Things just didn't seem to work out, anything I tried.
What is your current relationship with the boss, with Dixie Carter?
We don't have one.
Yeah.
We don't have one. She's blind loyal to her nephew, Ethan, and what can I do? I guess I'm fighting against the animal, aren't I? Fighting against that big machine. I'm the little engine that could, and the big, evil, nasty witch telling me I can't. So,
Unreal.
You can see it on all forms of social media, the favoritism she has towards Ethan. So no matter what I do, it's it'll never be good enough for the Carters, as they say.
Where can, speaking about social media, where can people find you on social media?
You can find me on Twitter at Rockstar Spud. I'm easy to find. I'm always shouting my mouth off, shamelessly plugging or shamelessly promoting something. You can see me on Instagram, Rockstar_Spud, and on Facebook it's Rockstar 5 PUD, because somebody stole the Rockstar Spud name, so it's the 5S basically. So it's www.facebook.com at Rockstar5PUD.
Okay, well, we once again, Destination America, the place to be now for Wrestle Wednesdays, and TNA Impact starts at 9 p.m. Eastern Time till 11 p.m. So you can flip and watch the news afterwards. It's not a problem, right? I know we're all news hounds here, and we want to thank you so much, and we will be looking for your decision. And what I'm going to ask you to do is something we ask everybody to do down here at the After Chat. If you wouldn't mind pointing right into the camera with your finger and say, "We'll see you at the matches."
We'll see you at the matches.
I like how he does that. Very proper.